Hello, good morning. Let's see if we have audio today. Um, I also updated the stream deck, and that is interesting. Oh yeah, okay, we have audio. Excellent. Um, Roomil, hello. Good morning. Have I made this animation using Nanu? No, I have not. I also I assume that that's how it's pronounced, but could be horrifically wrong. So the starting tune animation, I did this with HTML and CSS, and I served it using Actix Web, which is like Actix Web beta version. I don't even think it was 1.0 yet. That was a long time ago, but it still works. Oh, and then I have another animation on top of that. So there's two. There's the rotating cog, and so that is HTML and CSS, and then the voids moving around and then changing colors. That is GGEZ. So, uh, so fun thing. So I basically launched both those things in the morning, and then use them as overlays. Stacking, hello and good morning. And yes, okay, so nice to have audio again. Also, audio is forbidden. Good morning, Diablo D3. So I updated the Stream Deck this morning, and now the mic control doesn't actually toggle the mic, which is fun. Uh, Everything else seems to be working so far, but that one is not. So I'm not exactly sure why that would break, and then nothing else would. It makes me wonder whether or not like an API was updated or something else going on, or maybe I just need to reboot everything. But of course, I don't want to do that right now, so I'll just do that later. Okay, so where are we? I had some time yesterday to work on this. I didn't. I instead worked on updating my Zellage profile in my other um in the other, not really account, I guess like OS account. I figured out how to have it automatically navigate me to the appropriate directory, which is really cool. So I can basically say like, "Hey, I want to open up YCL," and it drops me into the YCL directory right away. So that's nice. It's not. I don't want to use the command thing at all, because as soon as the command quits, it closes that window, which is not the behavior that I want, but kind of makes sense. Nano is named after the Aphex Twin song, which is named after the catchphrase from Mork and Mindy. Okay. Oh, it's so I never watched Mork and Mindy, but I know what it is. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to. I wonder if I should. I've heard that show was really good. My parents liked it a lot, but that was before my time. Okay, so I believe the database is now up and running. I did a reset on it today for any of the stuff that we've changed. There we go. You're happy. Okay, so I have my actions with user info. That's great. We've updated you to have normal things. Oh, and I think this is the next thing that we're working on is we're saying, hey, we're now going to be like first name is this given name coming in. But now I'm putting these as strings. And I'm getting an error when I attempt to use this. So, for example, if I go to login, that, oh, what was it? It was, Okay, so we get an error, so that part works. Okay, so here's my request to the GraphQL system to get my user info. And the response is errors, missing selection set for user info roles output. It was a sitcom before your time, but from what I've seen of it, Robin Williams being Robin Williams, a young Robin Williams too. So a lot of interesting. I think if from what I remember hearing about, they just let Robin Williams do his thing. That's where Robin Williams became really popular too. So validation failed. Okay, so roles. The roles failed. Okay, so this thing right here, where I'm saying, okay, roles, you are currently trying to be roles in an array of user info roles output, which is then a object that has a role and then a string. So roles, an array with an object, role, and then a string. That should work, especially since this is hard coded like this. Must have been life in the 70s, just do a bunch of nose candy, then do random funny stuff in front of the camera for hours on end. Yeah, but like nobody else was doing that specific type of, like, I guess it was not just like whatever. It's like it was one of the few shows that still had like physical, like the physical weird comedy. That, I don't know, that's how I would put it. Physical weird comedy with noises. Okay, so that, I don't, maybe this is not how I'm supposed to do this. Okay, if I do type, okay, let me try this. If I do type generators, if I have something like sample request, sample response. Okay, so if I do something like I have roles, and then you're going to be an array of an object with a role of something. So it feels to me like this is what I have. So I have this type sample. I wish I could move this to see it. Oh, maybe I can open this again. So I have roles here. So my sample output is roles. This is my output, and it is type. Sorry about that. I can't easily mute anymore. I'm gonna have to fix that, or maybe reboot will fix it too. Okay, so we have roles. Okay, so sample output roles, and then you are an array of roles. Okay, so your array of roles. And then roles has role string. And that has role string. And it is a type still too, right? Yeah, they're both types. Well, and if we go down here and we take a look at what we have. Okay, so I have open bracket. Does this need to be JSON? I wonder if this needs to be JSON, and I wonder if that's the problem. Okay, so if I go into our actions YAML, I don't. This is where if like, oh, could I use multi-cursors here? I'm not exactly sure how I would do that. I know it's possible. I just forget how to do it. I could probably use a regular expression to figure it out. But that would work. Okay, now I have just a single quote around this, which means that the double quotes are fine. You're not sure you've used multi-cursor in NVim before? So I've seen multi-cursor done in Vim. There's a plugin for it, I believe. Well, I mean, because there's a plugin for everything, so not exactly surprising. This one, there's only colons here, so it'd be fairly easy for me to say like, hey, match everything that's an alphanumeric. Except I'm still doing this. Oh, and then I bet I need that there. Okay. So let's try this. All right, so if I quit out of Yew, actually, you know what? I could stay on this. And head, nope. Over here, going to Hasura, we're going to do a Hasura metadata apply. Come back to here, hit refresh, and we should see, there you go. Okay, so we quotes over everything now. So let's try this again. So if I go to our home directory, I refresh. I'm not persisting the logs. This is exactly the same. Okay, so there's my query, and my response is missing selection set for user info roles output. You think the more kosher NVIM way is to do the telescope find and replace. I don't know if I have telescope. That might be interesting to look into. For me, the multi-cursor is like a visual find and replace, right? FCF Lua telescope. Oh, so you like FCF. So I've seen FCF and I've seen telescope both talked about online. So both might be good to look into. Is there like one that's replacing the other or one that's better? Oh, I do have telescope. Okay, so do I have to have like a section of telescope or like a sub version of telescope for the find and replace inside of a file, or is that just already there? Or do I have to like enable something? Wolferstad, hello. Good morning. You can't do global replace that. You'd probably rename it. You'd probably use rename in LSP. Oh, so it's a different keybind. Interesting. Okay, so if I find what the keybind is, then we could try that. That could be nice. Now, you're still yelling at me about this. Okay, so missing selection set for user info roles output. So if we take a look at that, user info roles output, here's our type. So the type is exactly the same. So that's fine. One isn't replacing the other. FCF Lua is the telescope-like replacement for FCF. Uses all the new Vim UI functionality in NVim. Telescope is just too damned heavy to be useful. Does too many things too complexly. Ah, okay. So far, it's been okay for me. Maybe someday we can like redo and now that I've like tried some things out, we can play around with other things. Okay, so I have that missing selection set for user info roles output. Wait, am I missing that in the query? So what would that be? That would be in queries. Oh, but it would not just be queries. It'd be queries user info. Okay, so I have roles here. Oh, because I have so roles like that. Role. Oh, this is very unhappy. I can't click on anything. That's not great. All you want is a floating window pop up for results, and I sometimes grep those results with FCF RG. Interesting. Okay. Okay, now it's different. Response transformation failed. Unexpected path dollar. Okay. So if we come back into here, so a response, let me try removing this and we'll just do that as my ID. This is almost impossible to see, which is unfortunate because this is the dark vision. The dark vision? The dark mode. Oh, response transform validation failed. Oh. Well, that would be a problem. I'm missing the commas. I'm missing commas. In some of them, at least. Wait, I'm not. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Here. So, comma, 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 comma. Do. Here. Okay. If I hit save. Oh, so okay. Transform still failed. I now have commas across these things, right? I do. Okay. We have quotes in that. I have ID here. If I just do that. Yeah, so the transform failed. Am I missing something in here? So like we have, oh, this is fun. I know, comma, 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 coma, 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 chameleon. So what happens when you can't find a missing comma? It's a comma. Haha. sorry, Diablo. Stacking got you. Okay, so the transform failed. We have a lot of things in here, unfortunately. Okay, let me try doing this manually again. So if I take this object here, copy you, and I put you in here. So, okay. So, I wonder if I could just do, I'll do something like that. Comma, name is required. First name is not, okay, so I'm just going to ignore all the ones that aren't required right now. We're going to focus on those. Okay, so if I just do that, okay, so that works. That's happy. So if I now come back to you, yeah, here's my object. Okay, so I've got this information. So that works. So let's start adding in some of the other stuff to see where it is. I have a sneaking suspicion it's the roles. So let's start there. So roles is going to be a colon, an array, an object, a role, and let's say like learner. Oh, it likes that. Okay. Now, what if I put in string, okay, body dot sub. That works too. So if I do this, the ID should actually be like the actual ID. So yeah, okay. So it's the actual ID coming in now. Okay. I wonder if I can take this. Oh, that's lovely. And I'm going to all this work in here. I have it in quotes. I have the body sub. It's like if I paste you an error, that's what it looks like. So if I do something like that. I wonder if it's because it's all one line. Okay, so okay, so I have that. Let's do another one to make sure it works through. Well, okay, let's do this again. That one. I don't need you open anymore. Now we're getting the transformation failed again. And I want to try to save this. Oh, metadata is out of date. Saving failed. Okay, so is it because you don't have quotes around you? This is an actual Boolean, I think, right? Not a string. Oh, that's why I'm not getting. Okay, I'm missing those commas again. I thought I copied and pasted this in. Huh, weird. So I have a missing comma there. False, comma. I wonder if it was that comma. Okay, so let's try this without. It's still failing. That succeeded. Okay, so looking at you, I think it was the lack of a comma here. Then here. I think that was it. So if I Oh, and it's the quotes. It's also the quotes, which, oh, some of them have the quote. Oh no, none of them have the quotes. Urgh. Okay, so let's see what you can find. So, what was it like? Telescope, telescope. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know what the command would be. So find. I have like find. Okay, so if I do, luckily we can visualize this. So if I do, so switch, I want to substitute. I want an alphanumeric. Uh, is that like A? I don't remember what alphanumeric is. Oh, there's an alphanumeric one. A. Oh, it's like a word. Word. Oh, with white space. Okay, so if I do that, so if I say it starts with, I think that's that, right? Starts with word, and then a colon. Ooh, it doesn't like that at all. Is that ends with? Regex visualizer. I always just go find new ones. I read. I don't remember which ones I like over and over again. Not that one. I like the one that has descriptions on the side. This is helpful, but again, not really. I want something with okay, with something on the side. Regexer. Okay, this is not too bad. So if I take this, replace you there. Oh, weird. Then oh, okay. All right. So I want to cheat sheet starts with. Oh, that's not. That's why it wasn't working the way I expected it to. Wait, start. Oh, the not. Start end of string. Interesting. Okay. So we'll do start of. Oh, because it's not the start of the string. Oh, okay. So it's each one within a line. Oh, you like regex 101? Let's try it. Regex 101. Oh yeah, this looks pretty good too. So it's not the start of the string. I want something in the middle of it. So I want to basically find everything that is a word with a colon, which are all of these. Oh, the word without a colon. So then I want a not quote colon. Yeah. where's my knots? Oh, hey, well, that's cool. Quotes. Oh, so like JSON, match valid JSON, quote, add, quote JSON keys. Okay, so oh, this is, hold on. Regex to quote keys. Oh wait, no. It's not that. It's not quoting key. Oh no, I do need to quote the keys. This is what it is. So it's regex to quote keys to parse a string of relaxed JSON rules. Okay, this is horrifying, but we're gonna try it. That does seem to be selecting it. Match one, group 5. Can I see the output? Yeah, it says 21 matches. Oh, can I not? Does this not do the output? So this is matching everything that doesn't have a quote in front of a colon. It's like there. It's really hard for me to see, but it does look like it's matching that. Oh man, I never used the like capture group stuff. But what I don't remember is how to then substitute. Oh, yeah, that's just selecting it. That's not gonna do it. Oh, you like regexer, which is that's the one I have here. I don't think this one will let me. So it's still selecting that, but it's not really showing me that it's gonna replace it. Yeah, okay. I think this is too much time spent on this. Um right. Well, a lot of these things don't really let me write replace regexes. Is that right? Like a lot of them I'm thinking, oh, substitution. Oh, okay. Where does that go? That's the flag here, right? So not sure. Not sure where. Oh, this one also. Where is it trying to substitute? I have it like function substitution, but I don't know where. Oh, insert my replacement value here. So I want like the how do I do the callback thing? I don't remember how to do capture groups. That's like an entire capturing group. Isn't it like into $1? So probably be, where's my dollar? $1 backslash that. Doesn't like that. They're all $1s now. Yeah, interesting. Oh wait. Yeah, it's not. I just tried $1. Okay, so did I lose everything else? I lost everything else. Oh no. Sad part is you've written these dozens of times. I keep on forgetting. Like every time that I use, I think it's traumatic enough to write a complex regex that I put it out of my mind immediately as soon as I'm done with it. So I never do it again. So we now have the key. Oh wait, can I? Oh, is it gonna be something like this? $1, $2. No, that's not it. Okay, so what is it? So $1 gives me. Oh, interesting. So like some of them were here, but then like ID is gone forever. And this isn't helping. Back reference. Insert the same text as most recently matched by the first capturing group. That's the first. Yeah, this is match 1. Group 5? Oh, weird. So I want something like that. So ID is this. Oh, but then it's not putting in the commas, but okay. So we lost that. We lost all the commas. Now, yeah, so I think this is not going to help. This is where I don't agree with all of NVIM philosophy. I don't even working with it. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, okay, not everything has to be regex. Yeah, I need to capture them, but as you can see, the regex to write sucks. I don't like that. And like there's so many different variations here. I wonder okay, so another question here. Can I just cheat? Let's copy you. Bring over to here. Is there like a JSON validator? No, I won't. I want like a JSON validator and like fixer. So if I throw you in here, validate you. Okay, so your parse line error. Right, okay. Can you fix it? No? maybe I want this to be a okay, so I want a JSON stringifier. Fine, I'll just use this thing here. I'll just cheat. I'll cheat on the cheating. So JSON stringifies, let's throw this into a variable. So okay, so are we missing some of the commas? I think we have the commas now, correct? That looks right. So then I want to JSON stringify J. And then this is what I get out. Copy you. Oh no! Okay, hold on. Oh, use JSON lint. Okay, JSON lint is where to go. I want, yeah. So I want to change the rest of you, throw you in here. Okay, so it's JSON lint, but it's also a library. Okay, so it works. Let's go take a look at it. Oh, but it doesn't. Okay, so I did go here. Does it let me? Okay, so I don't think it lets me stringify it, right? Okay. Now we have you with quotes in here. If I save you, action saved successfully. Okay, so we're getting closer. Back to you. Hey, okay, so no errors anymore. And when I get you out here, here's all the information that I've got. Okay, so great. So now what I want to start doing is replacing this with the real information. So we have auth here, and I believe this becomes something real when I have a nickname. When I have the nickname. Okay, so now we get to go and add in the correct things. So okay, so we have ID body sub. Okay, so name is going to be okay. Body.name. We can also go and take a look at what auth0 says we're going to get back. Use the JSON LSP that ripped out of VS Code, which uses JSON lint under the hood in Vim. Oh, interesting. Okay. But again, I don't think that will convert something to the right JSON, right? I could have used Node for that. I could have just used Node on my local system. That probably would have been faster. Okay, so get user info. Right, okay, so name gives me that, but I think it's like not necessarily there. Okay, so body.name, first name. Right, this is now given name. So we can do words, body dot given name. body dot family name. Body dot middle name. Okay. Now, if I Y the word, can I do something like this? Body dot. Oh, yeah, that works. Okay, picture URL. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. I want this to be body dot email verified without quotes because it's actually a Boolean. Zone info. Okay. Body dot zone info. This one again. Body dot phone number verified. Okay, so address. So I think that I can get away with this here. Now I don't have an address. This is gonna be fine, I think. So we're gonna do body dot address. I think it sort of like figures that out. And then you're a string. And then I think it's gonna be the same thing for roles. Okay, so if I save you, we reapply you. I guess like we'll check to see if this just works. Okay, so an error there. Response transformation failed. Okay, so no, it did not work. So I try to set you all. If I save, transformation failed. See if we could find and fix it. So ID, body sub, name, body that name. First name is the given name. And it is going to be open dollar body dot something. Okay, so that seems to be right. So given name, family name, middle name, nickname. This is missing an underscore. That was it? Okay, so preferred username. Where is that? Okay, so still transformation problem. Okay, so preferred username now has that in there. So if I try to save you, oh, action saved successfully. Okay. So now it's no longer the action problem. Now it's actually the data that I'm getting back from the real request, which is less than helpful to sort of like see what's going on. I think there's a way for me to sort of see what exactly happened, but I don't have that here. What can I do? One of these things is not what we expect it to be. So it could be one of the booleans, potentially, is a little bit weird. I could also just cheat and say I don't really care about that many things instead of like trying to do everything. So we have okay, so we have the sub, we have the name, given name. Okay, so oh, I wonder if it's gonna be one of these, like address and roles. That's like that makes the most sense because those are complex. So with address, oh, interesting. Look at that. The color changed here because they're not in quotes. Okay. So if I just remove you and do just like, oh, address is going to have to be object. With country. Okay. Country, and then that'd be that. Okay, and let's do the same thing to roles. Oh, so it's an array with an object with a role. Something like that. Okay. So it's not one of those. Okay. I wish I could see what it was. Like what the actual output is. That feels like it would be really nice for debugging. Is there like a setting in here that I can say like, hey, give me. No, they don't have anything in there. That's really too bad. Oh, wait. Is there an environment variable that I can use? Okay, so Hasura docs. Is there like a debug environment variables? Debugging actions. You may want to see the exact details of webhook call for the action as well. To do so, start the server in debugging mode. In the case of errors, GraphQL response will contain debugging information of the webhook calls. Okay. Debugging mode. So, assert GraphQL dev mode true. I assume that I can't actually just like add it in here, right? Also, that this one is no longer good because I keep on changing it. So let's get rid of you. Nope. Okay. True. No, I think I actually have to restart it for real with that in there. So in the database here, I can go to our compose YAML, source our database, our GraphQL API. So that's what I want. This is Hasura. So it's an image Hasura, an environment. Okay, so I can say dev mode true. And then let's quit out of view and we'll do a Docker compose down. So yeah, I'm getting something back that's not what I expect it to be. And if I can just see what that is, it's probably something where it's like, oh, I'm requiring it to be there in response, but it's not really there. That's my guess is what we're seeing. And okay, now bring it back up. Now it should have that new environment variable in it. The Hasura that I have in production right now does not have this flag on it, so we won't be able to see it. But locally we do. It's one of the reasons I like you running Hasura is because I can run it locally on my own system and debug and sort of play around with it. A lot better than like using a cloud version and then wondering like, hey, what's going on? Why is it doing this thing? Although it's 8:07 right now, I don't know how much time. This always takes a while for the database to come back up. All right, so network was set up. The database itself is waiting. Oh, it's really waiting to be healthy, right? Like, are you technically up? Probably not, right? Yeah. It's not going to be up until until that finishes, which is like several minutes. Okay. What I might do is I might call it for right now and wait. Are you finishing it? Okay, now it's gonna set up GraphQL Hasura. Okay. You're happy. Okay, so you're up now. I think that's I set that up myself. Then let's hit you again here. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna run this. Well, okay, I could run it over here, and then I'm gonna inspect it in another window because I don't know what it's going to what kind of data it's gonna push out. Okay, internal attribute error. Object has no attribute, which is misspelled. That warning message was spelled. Object has now attribute address. Oh. Okay, this is not too bad. So we see here internal attribute error. Object has no attribute address. Okay. So I have an address here. User info address output. That's not required. Oh. Oh no. So I'm trying to access something that doesn't exist. That's not good. So I think what we have to do is I have to remove the things that aren't guaranteed to be there. Because when I go and try to find address in here, that's the problem. Is like I'm trying to do body dot address, and that's failing because it can't find it. Can I use like that? Is that going to be like different? Same exact thing. Object has no attribute address. And unless I can do something clever, like say, hey, give me body address or null, which well, it saved that. Is this like JavaScript I can inject? Object has no attribute address. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so in a transform, This is actions, OpenAI, Cogen derived actions, action permissions, action related, REST connectors, debugging. It's all under actions. Action handlers, async. Don't think that's what I want. Huh. Where's the I know there's a section for the transform. Like action. It's all under rest. Response body. But like what if it doesn't exist, which is kind of the problem. Ooh, okay. I think what the solution is going to be find out what I actually get back and then not and then make sure I don't I am only getting those things. I'm only getting things that are absolutely required. It's the only thing I can think about. All right. Well, that will have to be next time, which will be Thursday, because tomorrow I'm going to be heading into the office, which means I'm not available for streaming. So Thursday morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, we'll be back, and we'll be playing around with this. Hopefully, if I have time, I'll sort of like look through and sort of like see what guaranteed things I'm getting back. Otherwise, I will do that on Thursday morning. So have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.